All right. So, question from Bob. During World War II, what firearms manufacturer made the fewest M1 Garand rifles?
During World War II, which firearm manufacturer made the fewest M1 Garand rifles? And Bob from where sent that in?
PB, Pacific Beach.
BB from Pacific Beach.
Yep.
Aren't all beaches in California Pacific beaches?
Well, this is a very specific Pacific Beach.
Okay, specific Pacific Beach.
Yeah.
Which U.S. manufacturer made the fewest M1s? M1 rifles, as opposed to M1 carbines, M1 half tracks, M1 pot helmets, M1 submachine guns,
M1 Garand. Yes, they're specifically
Um,
asking about Garands.
What firearms manufacturer?
Excuse
not
me,
not what.
Garands. M1 Garands. Sorry.
oh,
Yeah.
what firearms manufacturer?
Yes.
Okay. Um,
Ask the question one more time.
During World War II, what firearms manufacturer made the fewest M1 Garand rifles?
There you go.
Ooh, this is actually a tricky one, because I know with 1911s at least, you had a huge number of manufacturers making them, and some only made very, very few. So a bunch of them were made at Springfield, which was the government arsenal at the time. Um, Ooh, yeah, this is actually kind of tricky. It's
Oh
one of the
man,
things that
this is the one I thought you were going to get. All right, go ahead. Work it out.
So Springfield made a bunch of them. I know Winchester had production for them, but I don't know how many they made because they had some other rifle projects they were working on at the time. And I don't know what Remington was doing at the time either.
What do you got?
I don't know. Yeah. Man, this is tough. I know this is wrong. I'm just gonna say Winchester made the. No, wait. I'm trying to think. But I know this is wrong. I'm just gonna throw out a name. I'm gonna say Winchester. I'll say maybe only two firearm manufacturers and a bunch of other stuff manufacturers made them. Even though, again, that's probably wrong.
All right, what do you
That
got? What do you got to go over?
Yeah, during World War II, Winchester produced the fewest M1s compared to the other manufacturers, making 513,880 rifles, while Springfield Armory produced significantly more, over 3.5 million. Do you want a more detailed breakdown? We've
Yeah.
got one for you.
Go for it. Keep going.
Yeah, let's hear it.
They provided a lot of info.
All right, so Winchester produced 513,880, ending production in 1945. Springfield Armory produced slightly more than 3.5 million. During World War II, only two companies, Springfield Armory and Winchester, manufactured the rifle, with Springfield being the original producer and Winchester joining later to meet increased demand. Initially, Springfield was the sole manufacturer. In 1940, Winchester Repeating Arms Company was contracted to manufacture the rifle to meet the growing demand as the war in Europe escalated. Both Springfield and Winchester operated around the clock, producing over 4 million by the end of the war in 1945. Total M1 Garand production, 5.468 million between 1937 and 1957.
There you go, bud. You got it
I
right.
talked myself into it.
Yeah.
You psyched yourself into that one for sure.
I
Yeah.
was
No.
I was surprised. I didn't know only two manufacturers were making M1 Garands. I thought it was. I think I thought it was. I guess M1 carbines had like a dozen or whatever, but M1
Yeah,
Garands.
everyone up to and including IBM made M1 carbines. That would be a heck of a collection piece. Put an IBM M1 carbine
Yeah.
in your gun safe.
And what was the other? My favorite is Rockola. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Rockola was a manufacturer that made M1 carbines, but they were originally a jukebox manufacturer.
Interesting.
So Rockola jukeboxes were, but you got the machines, you got the labor, boom.
Yeah,
make some carbines.
The whole country came together and a bunch of people became firearm manufacturers.
There you go.
It's fun.
One of the cool things about Springfield Armory, the original Springfield Armory, the company now that is called Springfield Armory has no relation to the original. They bought the intellectual property rights to use the name and the logo in the 70s. I'm talking the Springfield that existed up to the time that it was shut down by Bob McNamara during the Vietnam War. It was an interesting entity because as part of the federal government, it didn't exist just to manufacture arms for the military, though it did do a lot of that. It also existed to figure out things like how to design the tools to manufacture firearms. They were a clearinghouse for all sorts of technical engineering knowledge relating to mass producing long guns, handguns, and ammunition, so that in the event that a war did kick off, they could help other companies start up production on, like, oh, it looks like you're set up with a bunch of lathes, so here are all the schematics you need to produce barrels. We've already figured out how to convert your tooling over. Oh,
Interesting.
you're going to produce, I don't know, trigger groups. Here's how you do it, and so on and so forth. And it was really very important that the U.S. had that capability going into World War II, because we were able to very quickly convert over U.S. domestic industry from making cars and bicycles and jukeboxes and typewriters to making tanks and planes and guns and bombs.
There you go. Yeah. How about that, huh?
Interesting.
He's a wealth of knowledge. What do you got as far as blogs? You got a blog coming up?
Yeah, I posted up a blog post about, I think, 2 weeks ago, called "How to Really Read an Executive Order," and in that one I go into like how to read these things with a critical eye. The reason I posted that when I did is as sort of a preamble to talking about actual executive orders, specific ones, and many of you are probably aware of one that the president signed on, I think, his second or third day of this term, about the Second Amendment. And I've seen a lot of people talking about it in media and social media and getting some things wrong about it. So I'd like to go through that. I will go through that in my upcoming blog post this upcoming Monday, with a fine-tooth comb and suss out really, here's what's going on. Here's what it actually covers. Here's what it actually does. Awesome.
Awesome job. Looking forward to it. Always, always, always a pleasure. You do a fantastic job. Some of the best Second Amendment trivia on the internet, thanks to my nephew, Sam, the gunman. So thank you for not stumping my nephew this week. He got the right answer. Winchester did produce the fewest M1 Garands in World War II. So thanks, Sam. See you, buddy. Talk to you next week. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, and thank you, everyone, for watching.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael from Gun Owners Radio. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make a comment. Help us out. Go to gunownersradio.com. Thanks for watching.